So I have my dear friend Phillipe Roel, and he is reconnected with me after we haven't chatted for a good few years, I think. Phillipe is a regression hypnotherapist, a spiritual life coach, and a meditation teacher. He's been very generous to reach out to me and want to share his stories. He has amazing stories. I don't want there to be anything off for this sharing with people. I hope this has a very wide audience, and it's my delight and pleasure to reconnect with Phillipe. Phillipe, welcome, my friend. Thank you for your patience.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Lou. It's great to connect with you once again,
Thank you.
and I appreciate your assistance with this recording.
It's my honor,
Um,
brother. It's my honor. So you have some stories to tell us about Yeshua and Egypt, I think.
yeah, so I was called this pull to go to Egypt back in late 2024, and because of the unrest in the Middle East, um, I decided to delay my departure for end of 2024 and to see how things would pan out over the Christmas period. And then things seemed to be settled, not obviously not over, but going to Egypt seemed like it was still going to be an okay trip. So I booked my trip to go to Giza because I had a strong desire to present myself within the Great Pyramid at
Yes,
Giza.
yes. Were you mentioning some books about Jesus that had lit you up before then?
Yeah, so I'd never really studied religion itself. I was always respectful of Jesus, and I've read some of the Aquarian Gospel, but that was about it until I picked up, um, and I've just had this transmission saying I was nudged to pick up
Yeah,
the book called I Am Yeshua, the Celestial Prophet.
beautiful.
And it's an amazing piece of literature, and I would advise anybody who's a fan of the Jesus teachings, and particularly his life story, because this is what it's about. It describes his life story from first day-ish up until the end when he goes back and starts teaching. And it's described from a magical perspective of the first person as if he's written the book.
Wow.
So it's an amazing read. I read
Beautiful.
it twice myself. It's that great. But it's not a huge book, but it really takes you on a personal journey.
Right.
Really tremendous.
Beautiful.
Um, and what stood out for me was, and I didn't know that at the time, was that he'd actually, after he'd finished his teachings in India, where he learned the healing techniques,
Right.
he then traveled to Egypt,
Hmm.
and he studied at the Temple of Isis, which was originally located literally 50, 100 yards from the Great Pyramid.
Wow.
Um, and then he was initiated in the Great Pyramid.
Wow.
And then he went back after studying the teachings of Isis and the Egyptian yoga, which has got 5 disciplines. He went back uh, to Israel, or that area at the time, probably called something else, I'm not sure.
Sure.
And then this is when he started teaching.
Right.
So I had that in mind, and I thought, well, that's interesting. I didn't realize he'd studied the Egyptian teachings. So off I went in last February um, to Egypt.
Great.
And when I arrived, I found this little hotel, cheap as chips, $60 a night,
Great.
literally 50 yards from the entrance to the Giza Plateau in front of the Sphinx.
My God.
So it was just perfect. I didn't need to travel. I could just walk across the road and I'd be exactly where I needed to be.
Beautiful.
So on the first day, I took myself down, had some breakfast, and went off and entered into the Giza Plateau. And I had a guide that suggested I had a guide for the first day just to get my
Hmm.
bearings,
Hmm.
which I did.
Yeah.
And then the second day, I went up to enter in the Great Pyramid,
Right.
so which was my mission.
Yeah.
And the entrance is on the north side, and you enter from the east side.
Hmm.
You go up the hill, and then you turn right, and you go around to the north side. And as I come around the corner from the north side, I I saw the huge queue in all these tourist buses, and my heart sank.
Yeah.
Because my intention was to have some quality time in the King's Chamber,
Yeah.
and that was never going to happen. All these
Mm.
hundreds of people,
Yeah. Yeah.
tourists.
Yeah.
So the first day wasn't the best. I managed to get into the King's Chamber after a bit of a hassle.
Yeah.
But somebody approached me
Mm.
and said to me, a civilian-looking chap,
Mm.
and he said to me, he seemed to be part of the gang of the guards at the pyramid.
Right.
He said to me, "What are you doing here?" I said, "Well, I'm coming to the King's Chamber." And he said, "Oh, so why do you want to do that?" I said, "Because I want to feel the energy and see what it feels like
Mm.
inside."
Mm.
I felt I was called to come and do this.
Mm-hmm. There it
He
is.
said, "Oh, I've got somebody that I want to introduce you to." I was like, "Okay, this is taking a strange turn."
Yes.
So he jumps on his phone and he calls someone
Right.
and he said, "Here, speak to this man." So I was like, "Okay, this is a bit strange."
Yeah.
I thought I'll play along.
Yeah.
So I grabbed the phone and this chap on the phone. His name is Hani. He's actually a doctor in Egyptology, and he's the chief archaeologist for the Giza Plateau.
Right. Right. Jaime, is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hani, Hani.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And so he said to me, "Oh, I believe you want to check out the energy in the pyramid, etc." And I said, "Yeah, yeah, I'm definitely going to do that." And he said, "Well, we should meet and we should talk." He said, "Because I can give you private access with no tourists."
Right.
So immediately my ears pricked up,
Yeah. Yeah. That sounds
and I
good.
thought my intention was to generate some retreats and take
Yeah.
people to Egypt that wanted to do this. And if I had somebody on side that has this access, then we're on a win-win situation here, right? Because you and your 5 friends would be the only people in the pyramid or at any other site in the whole of Egypt,
Amazing.
any other religious site. And this chap knows. So eventually, to cut a long story short,
Yeah.
we arranged to meet on the Saturday.
Right.
And we had coffee and we spoke about all these things. And then he
Right.
said to me, I explained my disappointment that I wasn't able to do a meditation in the King's Chamber
Yeah.
because it was too busy.
Yeah.
And he said, Meet me at the main gate of the Sphinx on Sunday morning."
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, so we did. So we went up, walked up the road, and he showed me the Temple of Isis, which is actually all broken down now.
Oh,
But you can recognize some of the, and he said, "This is the main room. You can see the pillars. Some of the statues have been broken and fallen over, but you can actually see." I could see what he was saying, and I was surprised. He said to me, "This was the entrance that we used to face east, like the Sphinx." And apparently, Isis was called the Old Lady back in the day. So obviously,
yes.
a wise woman, right? Um, so he took me into the pyramid.
Mm.
And he spoke to the guard when we got up the Grand Gallery, and the guard fended off some of the other tourists,
Mm-hmm.
and only letting a trickle through instead of a whole gang of people.
Yeah.
And and Heine said to me, "Sit between the sarcophagus and the north wall,
Mm-hmm.
because that's the apex. It's underneath, directly underneath the apex of the pyramid.
Okay.
That's the center.
Right.
It's actually not inside the sarcophagus. I thought the main focus was inside the sarcophagus."
Mm-hmm.
Because the initiations, I had a vision of an initiation that took place.
Mm-hmm.
There was of a woman in the white, and I arrived in this a lucid dream situation,
Right.
and Anubis was standing against the western wall,
Okay.
and he saw me, and he knows me because
You're all
we are
friends.
friends. He doesn't
Yes.
normally talk, but now we chat.
Very good.
He's the guardian of Thoth, of Thoth's temples, so he
Right.
knows me. So he didn't say anything. I walked up and I saw a woman lying in the sarcophagus.
Yes.
She had a white tunic on,
Right.
and on top of the sarcophagus was like a film, a
Mm.
laser green emerald light that sealed the
Mm.
sarcophagus.
Mm.
On the sarcophagus, if you see it now on the left-hand corner, if you're facing the north wall, there's a piece missing.
Mm.
There used to be a big emerald stone, and this used to generate the energy that would seal.
Mm.
That's why they never found any lid,
Mm. To the sarcophagus.
because there never was a lid
Okay. It was
on the
light.
sarcophagus.
Yeah.
So it was light that sealed it.
Wow.
And this woman was inside. lying down inside, and she was being initiated, and this energy, it was like a swirling
Right.
of white energy that was around her body.
Wow.
She was being, the frequency of her body was being changed,
Yes. Yes.
from what I could gather.
Yeah.
So I thought the focal point for the initiations was inside the sarcophagus.
Right.
Turns out it's not the center. It's literally, it's not that far off.
Yeah.
It's really, like 6 inches.
Yeah.
And he said to me, Hani said to me, sit on the between the north wall and the sarcophagus. So I did. I sat with my back against the sarcophagus, facing the north wall,
Right. Oh my
and
God.
I started my meditation, and I did some breathing exercises, and then I felt the presence arrive,
Hmm.
and that was Thoth, my master teacher. He arrived, and he said to me, "Don't do it like that. Do it like this."
Hmm.
And he showed me a breathing exercise particular to this
I see.
occasion,
I see.
which I did,
Yeah.
and then the experience changed.
Wow.
The bottom half of my body became part of the earth, and the top half of my body became part of the pyramid and the rest of the universe.
My
It
God.
was it was like a line was drawn
Wow.
across the heart center.
uh,
I just sat there and just enjoyed this
yeah.
tremendous feeling, and you could feel the frequency, the
Yeah.
density between the two was just very, very clear.
Mm.
Um, um, I had some questions I needed. Hani asked me to ask Thoth some questions
Okay.
about the site, which
I see.
I won't, because it's a private thing. So I
Sure.
asked the questions, and I actually bugged Thoth, and he said to me, insistent, no, this is the correct answer. And I checked, and he said, no, this is the correct answer. So eventually I said, okay, I'm not going to push the issue. These are the correct answers. I'm
Yeah.
going to leave it.
Yeah.
And then he said to me, the initiation is complete.
Wow.
And when he said that, suddenly the north wall disappeared.
Wow.
And the king's chamber was basically projected. So there was as if the king's chamber duplicated itself in front of me. So it was effectively twice the size.
Okay.
And suddenly people with like light beings. Have you ever seen light beings, like white, yellowish, goldish
Yes.
light beings,
Yes.
spirits appeared?
Right.
But there wasn't one or two. There was like, I don't even know the number. There was so many people
Wow.
that turned up.
Wow.
And they were all had their hands together, and they were all in reverence. And I thought it was about my master teacher, because he was there doing the initiation. And it turns out afterwards, no, they were actually giving thanks to me
Yes,
for
ma'am.
one, being initiated the same way they'd been initiated in the past,
Right.
and also for the work that I'd done so far.
You're in the
But
club.
as this was happening,
Yes.
suddenly there was a light that appeared in the middle of all these people,
Okay.
and it just
Expanded.
became brighter and brighter and bigger.
Wow.
And I thought, "Ooh, what's going on here?"
Mm.
And then it hit me. This is Yeshua. I just knew who this was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just knew who this was.
Wow.
And he was also bowing, and I was like, "Whoa, I'm supposed to be doing this, not you."
Mm-hmm.
uh, so in also that respect
Bless
and
you.
instinct.
Bless you.
So I was really, really shocked
Yeah.
at that particular moment in
Beautiful.
time.
Yeah.
Um, so
Makes it,
that session ended,
yeah.
and I was so blown away by the experience that um, my friend Hani tapped me on the shoulder. He said,
Yeah.
it's time to finish, because it had been like 20, 25 minutes, which to do meditation
Yeah.
like that for 25 minutes in the king's chamber,
Yeah.
peak time when there's other people trying to get in.
Yeah.
It's like
Special.
I'm stretching things a
Yeah.
bit here,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah. 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 Well, you got
So
the job. You got the job.
I tried to stand up, and I nearly fell over. I was so
Right.
the energy was so strong.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had to lean up against the north wall
Sure.
and literally turn around and lie up against it. And even the guard, there's a guard in the king's chamber,
Yeah,
and he came up to me, he says, "Are you okay?"
yeah,
I said, "No, just get my bag, just bring me some water. I need to drink and to
yeah,
ground myself," because
yeah.
I was gone.
Sure.
It was such a powerful experience.
Incredible.
Um, so that was my
That's
face to
mind
face,
blowing.
face to face with Yeshua the first
That'll
time.
work. That's good for the cocktail party. That's incredible, man. That's amazing.
So
Bless you.
yeah, but I also had other energetic experiences on in other pyramids and on other sites.
Sure, sure.
But this was like this was the big boy.
Yes. Well, I have to just jump in here 1 second. That's so beautiful, Philippe. Thank you. I'm just absolutely so grateful for hearing this and for you sharing this with me and the people that will listen to this. Jaime Musan is, as you said, he's the state Egyptologist for the country of Egypt. He's
That's
the
for
guy.
Giza Plateau, for the Giza Plateau.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, but also the museum, and he's the dude. He's got the big office and the big budget, and he says who comes and who goes. I know this because one of my best friends was a ghostwriter, and she wrote a book with him. Do you see?
all right, okay,
Yes, so she was there for a while, and I've also between Graham Hancock and many of the other archaeologists that you may have listened to over the years.
yeah,
His name has come up more than a few times. So it's extraordinary that you're bopping around the pyramid, and the guy says, "Talk to Jaime, and we'll see if we can get you some quality time in the king's chamber." That's amazing.
yeah. So that was an amazing thing, and it was my first, as we are on the topic of Yeshua, it
Yeah,
was my first, you know, full contact,
yeah,
in person.
yeah.
Uh,
Got your attention.
because he studied at the Temple of Isis, and he was initiated by Thoth exactly in the same place.
Right.
All the people that appeared, the light beings, were
Yes.
spirits from the past
Yes.
that all have been initiated in the Great Pyramid.
Yes.
I
Yes.
felt really privileged to be part of that group.
Of course, it's extraordinary. Yeah, and there are no
Really
accidents.
amazing.
There are no accidents about any of this. You see.
No,
Yeah.
so we cut forward several months now,
Okay.
because last year, and this is another story where I ended up doing a lot of planetary grid work
Right.
last year.
Right.
So, and we cut forward after that, where I completed that grid work. It's not 100% complete, but I have the option. I was given the option. I could carry on with it, or I could leave it for now. It's not critical. The majority of the bulk work has been done. And things just moved along, and then we had Christmas, and shortly after Christmas, I was contacted by Yeshua. I mean, he didn't knock at my door, but in a channeling session, um, he came to me,
Right.
and we spoke about certain aspects. And I'm just trying to think about the order of things.
Okay. Take your time.
Um, the order.
I'm so lit up from your previous story. I am barely in my body as it is.
So right. Yeah. Okay. I'm just trying to get my
Mhm.
brain. I've projected myself back in February last year again, so I'm a
Sure.
little bit
Sure. No,
in a different place.
that's extraordinarily powerful. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so he came to me, and he wanted to talk to me about unconditional love,
Right.
uh, and give me his take on how I should be approaching unconditional love,
Yeah.
particularly from a teacher point of view.
Right.
Because at Universal Truths, the teachings that I teach are the teachings that Thoth gave me, which are the original teachings from 10,000 years ago.
Mm.
So we're
Mm-hmm.
going back a while.
Mm-hmm.
And we speak about how to be in a state of allowance, surrender, in a peaceful state. They all have aspects to them. And at Universal Truths, we teach the aspects, how to recognize them, how to recognize the frequency, and how to do the physical exercise
Mm-hmm.
in person outside your home, but also using breath work. to access that frequency state.
Right.
And I realized that with unconditional love, it's not something that you access, it's something that you become.
Very good.
It's a state of being.
Yeah.
And this is what Yeshua came to explain to me.
Right.
I was sort of delving in that area,
Mm-hmm.
and I must have set off alarm bells, and he turned up and said, "Right, it's time.
Yeah, you were getting there, and he thought he'd help you along.
Let's make sure that he gets the story straight, right?"
Well, it's getting more important to be accurate, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for all of us.
So, and he explained to me that yes, it's good to teach people how to recognize these frequency states, but when you get to a point where you are now, it's something that you cannot teach, which is what he described it as.
Yeah,
You can teach the others, and you can give examples on how to access and how to become and how to enter into a state of allowance, a state of surrender, and a peaceful state.
mm-hmm.
But then you have to use those three to enter
Right,
into the unconditional love state.
right.
But then you become
Yeah,
unconditional love.
yeah,
And he said to me, you can't teach that
mm-hmm.
because it's something that you are.
Yeah, yeah,
And he said, you have to become unconditional love. And that's a lot to do with, we talk about love in the human sense.
mm-hmm.
And it's mostly about compassion and things like that. It's not, if people have experienced unconditional love, they will know the difference between the love we have
Yeah,
amongst humans and unconditional love. It's
yeah,
almost chalk and cheese, right?
yeah. Night
I
and
don't know.
day.
Have you experienced it yourself?
Mm.
Have you experienced that yourself?
Yes, yes.
Um,
Yes, the channel teachers that I've worked with, Lazarus and Oren and others. Yeah, they've given me that.
yeah. So it's important to we can't understand that until we actually arrive there.
Yeah, you understand it by experiencing it.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
that's the only way. And this is
yeah,
something that he was saying to me as well, is that you can't give that information to someone. They have to actually become that.
right.
And he said that the only way you can teach unconditional love is by being unconditional love.
Yeah,
He said, because then you don't actually teach anything.
yeah, yeah.
It's your presence is the teacher.
Yes, yes.
People arrive into your aura and they experience unconditional love.
Yeah,
So you can't teach that. You have to be.
yeah,
It's a state of being.
yeah,
So that was that first teaching. That first session was about that aspect
yeah. It's hugely powerful. Yeah,
on how to achieve that.
yeah, yeah.
So that was really really valuable.
Yes, I'd say so. Bless you.
He's demeanor. He's very soft and kind,
Right, right.
but you instantaneously know that you're not going to question anything.
Yeah, yeah,
He commands that authority in that way
yeah,
that
yeah,
you just know there is no other option.
yeah, 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 yeah. The truth is
That
the
is
truth.
it.
The truth is the truth, my friend. Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that was really really apparent
Powerful.
when he was
Yeah,
talking to me.
yeah. And Philippe,
Yeah,
my dear brother, again, these things, this is a part of your journey and your destiny, as I'm blessed to have it be a part of mine, to talk about these things and
yeah,
have these wonderful teachers and share this information. It's, as we were saying earlier, it's time for these energies to come out into the world again.
absolutely.
Yeah,
For many years, I had a strong feeling that a lot of the religions, Christian religions, would say, the second coming, etc., which has always been a big thing for Christianity, right? And somehow I've always had this deep down knowing that he's not coming a second time. This time we have to save ourselves, right?
yeah,
But the thing is, now I'm thinking, well, yeah, he's not coming physically, but he's here to help, and he's here to teach
Absolutely.
from beyond.
Yes.
So it's given me a lot to think about and reconsider when I was saying he's not coming again. Well, yes, but not this, what we thought.
Well, he's coming from within us.
Yes.
Yes, and you're saying it beautifully. And yeah, it's yeah, blessed are the meek; they shall
And,
inherit the earth. You know.
yeah. And
Yeah.
it's exactly the same way that Thoth comes to
Yeah.
teach.
Yeah.
He comes from within as well. I mean, he ascended during the Atlantean times, and then he was the kickstart of the Egyptian
Right.
civilization.
Right.
And he's teaching. He embedded those teachings within the Egyptian theology.
Yes.
And although he was incarnate then, after that he didn't incarnate again. He chose. He was by the gods. He was asked, and he said no. He wants to remain to help mankind.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
he was teaching universal truths.
Mm-hmm.
Um, which is a bigger, broader. I can't say bigger, broader subject. It's probably as big as
Yeah.
unconditional love, from Yeshua's perspective.
Yeah. Well, you're saying it beautifully. You know, the way I would put it is the quote from my guides is the heart knows what the mind struggles to believe and understand. And
Yeah,
you know, the work that you and I have done up until this point in our lives with spirit, and to whatever degree we've been able to embody it and understand it and express it with everyone, is mostly been about healing the mind, you know, the ego and the shadow and all of this, the wounded inner child and the divine masculine and feminine and all that. Now we're getting to the good stuff, you know,
yeah,
which is the love and light and the power that invokes. You know?
yeah. So I've just been prompted to say that
Yeah,
the teachings of Thoth in if you can summarize it,
yeah,
it's how to exit fear, how to master fear,
yeah,
which is mastering this dimension. And once you've mastered that, then you're ready to understand unconditional love. And then this is when Yeshua comes in. So this is the pattern, the
yeah,
pathway that I've seen that I'm
sure.
currently busy with at the moment.
Yeah, yeah. I would say it's the same thing, just said with different words, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So that was the second time that we met.
Right.
And then the third time, he came to me once again, and then he said, there's certain aspects that how we speak and how we think about ourselves empowers us or disempowers us.
Sure.
And we're only beginning to really understand the power of speech,
Yeah.
which is essentially the power of prayer, which is speech, which is the frequency, the expression of
Mm-hmm.
the energy at that level.
Yeah.
Meditation is receiving, and prayer is the projection.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um,
Beautiful. Beautiful.
and what he said to me that we have we disempower ourselves daily
Yeah. Sadly. Yes.
in the way
Whoops.
in the way we speak and how we speak, and we
Right.
don't realize it
Right. Right.
because it's
So,
ingrained in us.
yeah.
Society, it's an accepted fact. This is how we speak,
Yeah.
and we don't realize it's a negative aspect, and we actually disempowering ourselves every time we do that.
Sure.
He said there's three phrases
Mm-hmm.
to be on the lookout for.
Right.
And I actually caught myself out when my friend was here over the weekend visiting,
Right.
and I said something, and as I said it, I realized I just said it. No,
Whoops. Whoops.
so I quickly adjusted
Yeah.
to change the path, right?
Good. Good. Well, you saw it. That's the key, you know.
But yeah, but the magic thing is I've only been working with these three phrases over the last month,
Well, yeah.
and already now I'm catching myself.
Sure.
So obviously, is a good thing, right?
Oh, it's brilliant. It's everything. Yeah.
Which is the objective. So I thought I'd share these three
Sure.
phrases and explain why.
Please.
So the first one is we use the phrase "I have to,"
Mm.
and a very good example is "I have to go to work."
Mm.
So already we're putting ourselves at a disadvantage.
Right.
we see work as a negative. We see work as the grind and, working for the man and all
Right.
those negative aspects, right? So when I say I have to, I'm saying I'm reluctant. I don't want to go.
Right. Right.
So, but instead we can turn that around and make it a positive statement.
Mm-hmm.
It's saying that I choose
Yes.
to go to work.
Yes.
It's a
Yes.
conscious choice. I become empowered because I say I choose. If
Absolutely.
I say I have to, it's like I'm being dragged there.
Yeah. 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 Very
So
good.
now I choose. So now I choose to go to work
Yes.
in order to provide a roof over my head
Yes. Or I get to is even juicier.
as well.
There you
So
go.
as long as you're away from I have to.
Absolutely.
So that was the first one,
Okay.
is I have to.
Yeah,
The second one is I can't,
for sure.
and that is the biggest one. We can
Yeah.
all relate to I can't. Oh, I can't do this, and I can't go there, and I can't. So we need to change that. So how do we change that? We can say things like, I choose
Yeah.
to take a different approach
Yeah.
so that I may experience a different outcome
Yeah. Absolutely. That works.
or variants of that.
Sure. I choose not to rather than I can't.
Yeah.
Do you know? Yeah.
So it's a conscious choice. I remain in power.
Yes.
I'm not being dragged,
Right.
kicking
Right.
and screaming.
Exactly.
So that was the second one.
Okay.
And then the last one was, we use the term if only.
Oh. Oh.
If only it was
Oh.
like it was 10 years ago.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
If only the sun would shine like it did a week ago,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yes.
straight away we put ourselves in a negative frame of mind, which is the disempowerment.
Yes. Yes. That's beautiful. My guides say, Philippe, they say you can't. No one can take your power from you. You can only give it away.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's a choice in itself.
Yes, and you must take it because it's yours.
Yes.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, these are very important and very subtle. I'm. It's a great conversation. Very
And
powerful.
for me,
Yeah.
it was like, wow, new
Yeah.
parameters to live life, right? It's like now I've been given some strict, the road has narrowed.
Well said. Yes. Yes. A little fine tuning, I call it. You know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, working and living in truth is one aspect. I thought that things narrowed, but now we're stepping into another realm again.
Yes. Yes. Well, honestly, again, brother, you're ringing all the bells for me over here because these themes. We were talking a little bit. Maybe we get more into this. You and I have already agreed to do a part two about more than we're talking about here today. But the shift between 3D and 5D, and what I hear from all the guides, and you're saying it as well, is to be very intentional and to not go unconscious as you just described there, and to be understanding that because we're at the leading edge of this shift of consciousness for ourselves and for humanity in the earth, we are we are being pushed forward, on the path at this point, and asked to, like you're saying and sharing so beautifully, take full responsibility for what we're creating and the impact we're putting out into the world. So it really is a
Yeah.
different time, isn't it?
Yeah. And I think we're obviously ready to move into that
Yeah,
realm next morning.
yeah,
Otherwise, we wouldn't be exposed at this level.
yes,
So
yes,
it's great to realize that we qualify for this challenge, right?
absolutely. There's, you're not in the king's chamber by accident, my friend.
Yeah.
Let alone with
No.
Jaime Musan giving you a half an hour of quality time in there, and
Yeah.
everyone bowing before you. That's so beautiful.
Yeah. So those were the main sort of teachings. And then the last
Yeah,
meeting I had
yeah.
was I was talking with Thoth about just general things,
Mm-hmm.
and about progression on the business and what I should do next,
Mm-hmm.
etc. And he was confirming certain aspects and mentioning that taking retreats to Egypt to visit all the energetic sites
Mm-hmm.
and collaborating with Hani to go and to do this with people that are feel ready to do this
Mm-hmm.
is a good step, is the next step.
Yeah.
So that was great. And
Beautiful.
then strangely,
Mm-hmm.
he obviously he's been working with me, teaching me since forever.
Yeah.
But I understand. I feel his frequency. I feel frequencies as a temperature, as a density.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, and then suddenly it changed.
Mm. Yeah.
It changed from his voice to a softer. And I thought, why is he changing pitch?
Mm.
Why has he gone down?
Mm.
Because Thoth he doesn't mess around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Like he
he's
says,
business.
he doesn't mess around. He says,
Yeah,
if
yeah,
you aren't worthy of the teachings,
yeah,
step aside, right?
yeah.
He's one of those. He says,
Sure.
we're not going to do Atlantis again, right? It's not going to
Correct.
happen,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah,
This time we're going to succeed, and he's making sure the teachings land
yeah,
where they should be, not
yeah,
just anywhere.
yeah, yeah.
He's kind, but he doesn't take prisoners.
Sure, sure.
So his frequency is there, and suddenly it became softer
Right,
and gentler.
right,
And I thought he started talking about me and my worth and what I've done so far, and it was sort of it was an acknowledgement of where I was and things are going to work out, and
right.
it was a supportive context,
Yeah,
let's say.
yeah,
Um, and it's only afterwards that I realized, well, Thoth had stepped aside and Yeshua had come in.
right,
And the last part was actually him giving me the support
right.
that at the time I needed, because I was a little bit,
Mm.
the mission is really slow. I want to get going, and a bit like when I chatted with you the other day, I was like, oh, and he came in, no, it's going to be fine. Don't worry about it.
Right, right.
But it was a bit like that. So that was the last chat we
Beautiful,
had,
beautiful.
probably about a week or two ago.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm very, I'm just so privileged
Truly,
to be taught by these two,
truly.
um, and to be worthy
Mm-hmm,
of them giving me the
mm-hmm.
time of day.
Yes, my
Um,
friend.
and I take it very seriously, and
Yeah,
I my aim is to pass on anything that I learn
yeah,
so that the next person can also learn. So
yeah.
yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. Philippe, you're one in a million, brother.
Well,
Bless
I
you.
hope so. I'm being cloned as far as I know.
No, I think you're. I think you're doing all right, my friend. God love you. You're doing amazing. Yeah. I mean, I feel that same sense of privilege and honor, to sit with you and share these sacred stories of what my
Yeah,
guides call awakening, healing, and growth. Which
yeah,
is, as you said so beautifully about unconditional love and Yeshua. You know, it is who we are, and we've just deeply forgotten, and to the point where we've denied, who we are. And as you were saying with the language, we just unconsciously keep imprisoning ourselves or disempowering ourselves. And now, as we're saying here, both of us, and as I say, this is the message of the time: is no, it's time. It's time to step into your truth and your power. And we'll support you, says Spirit. We'll guide you and open the door. So it's
yeah,
uh, it's just getting interesting. Is my motto, my friend.
yeah. And I mean, over the last year, it's almost like every day
Mm,
something changes.
sure.
I'm talking about on an energetic level.
Mm,
It keeps
yeah.
ramping up, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, even this weekend when I had my friend
Hmm.
visit,
Hmm.
um, I've never had this before, and we ended up in each other's dreams, and I've never had that before. On how
Hello.
how how
Hello.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
On two nights that she stayed here at my place,
Mm,
we were in each other's dreams on both nights. What
wow.
are the chances?
Sure.
How does that work? Because I've never ever come across that personally. Have you come
Yeah.
across something like
Well,
that?
I'll tell you. I mean, these are things we can really get into here. I'm listening to the telepathy tapes and the nonverbal autistic kids, that are telepathically communicating with each other and their friends and family, and they're meeting in a place called the Hill in the inner realms, and they're talking to God, and they're talking
Right.
to the spirits of the ones that have passed over, and they're extremely enlightened. And then there's a an out of body experiencer. I mean, I study with Addie Lamborn, who's out of body her whole life, off and on. And there's a guy named Darian, I think. Very
Darius, right.
there you are. Yes, I knew you'd know. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's where I'm being drawn is as you're feeling already, these other realms are now really coming into us and needing to
Yeah,
be opened up to, isn't it?
absolutely. And on that subject, just briefly,
Yeah,
I was prompted to move in that direction as yourself.
yeah,
And I was at the back end of last year, I was actively practicing
right.
to
Out of
to
body.
do this.
Yeah.
Um, and I was a friend, a Lyran friend
Okay.
that I hadn't seen forever,
Right.
conscious turned up.
Wow.
Um, and he spoke in a strange way, like as if he didn't know any English.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
came with a very, very strange comment saying, can we have a relationship? And I was like, that's a bit of a strange comment. He said, no, we cannot have a relationship, but we can be friends.
Right. Right.
So the
Well,
context was a bit off,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
I asked Thoth afterwards. I said, so why is this chap turned up now? Because I don't work with normal. I only work with the masters. I've chosen
Yes.
work only with my higher self or with the higher
Yeah.
levels.
Yeah.
And Thoth said to me, well, his name is Michael, and you know each other for thousands of years. He's from Lyra. He's one of these cat type people.
Okay. Wow.
And he's come to help. He's a master at dimensional travel, and coming to help you with out of body experiences. I was like, oh right, so that's why he's turned up to
Yeah.
once I consciously exit,
Yeah.
he's going to make sure I don't get myself into trouble because he knows what he's doing.
Yeah. Well, he'll help you get the hang of it. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, and not navigate into the places where you shouldn't be.
Yeah, he'll look after you as friends do. Yes, I
So
think
that was an
that was the kind of relationship I think he meant, Philippe.
yes, and
Yes,
I with my human mind went straight
sure,
into the gutter.
sure. Well, we are human after all.
Yeah, there you
Bless
go.
you.
Yeah,
That's a good joke. That's very
so that
good.
was funny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Amazing, brother. Well, will we take a deep breath and leave it here for the moment and come back in a little while and pick it up again?
yeah, yeah. We can hit the next chapter, I reckon,
That's brilliant. That's
later
brilliant.
on.
Yeah, I'm so grateful to you. This is just amazing. And yeah, as we were saying earlier, things are changing quickly now. And to me, Philippe, it's we're getting the band back together. It's the gathering of the tribe. The family
Yeah,
is reuniting. So I'm
I think it's important now, as you say, that especially the way the world is at the moment,
yeah,
that the like-minded awakened ones need to come together to form the critical mass for that big shift, right?
yeah, yeah. My other teacher is Patricia Cota Robles, and she's just released her first video in a few months today. And I was listening to it as I was sucking down my soup for lunch before we were to get on here. And I got halfway through it, and she said that it's been 10,000 years since the fall of Atlantis in her timeline, and this is now the time of the healing of that for this Earth, and that feels pretty right on to me.
Yeah.
So
So brilliant.
yes, thank you.
Thank you very much for taking up the time to
My
meet with me.
my pleasure.
I'm hoping that we can inspire people with these chats.
I've no doubt. I've no doubt. The first of many, and I'll do a little editing and send it off to you, and we'll pick another time and carry on, and we'll talk again very soon, anytime you like.
Amazing.
Okay, Philippe.
All
Merci
right. Thank you.
beaucoup. All right.
Okay. Thanks, my
Thank you.
friend.
Thank you. Peace and blessings. Have a
Bye.
wonderful day.
Likewise. Cheers.
Thank you.